The team's starting to get into its own for the season. We've been practicing really hard. We've had great participation at preseason practices. We had the opportunity to have everybody compete in the regional open circuit that we hosted. We had about 1,500 fencers in the event. A number of our kids got to the medal stand. So I think they're ready to go for the season. The strength for the women's team will largely be its Sabre squad. We have some good depth there. The Sabre squad's led by Emily Huber and by Kayla Ogden, both left-handers, both very skilled, very tough competitors. We are expecting a lot out of Lydia Siegel in foil. She's a senior and learned very well under Caitlin Coates, who's gone on to graduate. On epee, Grace McCarthy's returning, and we've added a couple of recruits there that should make that squad fully rounded out, but Sabre will be our depth. On the men's team, we have an outrageously good epee squad. A number of our conference foes have great epee, and we needed to step up what we had available. I'd say from top to bottom, I could cut it any way you wanted and still develop 3 good full epee squads based on the guys that we have. We also have a key transfer in men's Sabre and Luca Rampazzo from Italy. He's been outrageously good. So we're looking at that as the core strength of our teams this year. Our leadership is not confined to the senior class. We definitely have put forth one of the pillars of ownership, and we have leaders throughout each of the class years. In fact, one of our team captains is a sophomore. I entrust them with a lot of the group training. I trust them with reaching a consensus, and they reinforce the message of the coaches. I think that they have grown into a pretty good unit. Emily Huber is the top at the women's team. She's been a tremendous leader there. On the men's side, Nate Milgram and Topher Infinito largely lead the other leaders. But I have several people pitching in, both officially and unofficially. You don't need to see the sergeant stripes to know the person's got the sergeant abilities. The team goals on the women's team are a little different than in past years. We think that we can place each of the 3 squads in the top 5 in our conference. I think that's a reasonable goal. There seems to be good balance there. On the men's unit, we definitely want to be competing for at least a squad championship in one or more of the weapons. We have some very tough MACFA conference foes to beat on a 3-weapon basis, but it's reasonable to assume that we can get up to the top in at least one of the weapons. It's going to be hard to duplicate the win production of last year when you have a women's team getting 42 wins and the men's getting 41. Those are kind of lofty to achieve a second year. But I think that having each team hit 30 wins is a reasonable expectation.